Disturbing new trend, but Times Now has been reporting about it for some time. Professor Jafar Jaspal is a well-known national strategic affairs and national affairs expert from Islamabad. Tonight I'm also joined, also from Islamabad, by General Rashid Qureshi, who's also former spokesperson to Musharraf. Thanks for coming back. Sushant Sareen, consultant of the Pakistan project at the IDSA. My first question is to you, Mr. Parthasarathy, former High Commissioner to Pakistan. Mr. Parthasarathy, you know, this has been, now we've got a series of reports in the last few months about how the ISI is trying to use all kinds of Indian groups to further its interests. And a lot of this has been documented information which has come into our hands. My question to you is this Babbar Khalsa link. How much do you know about it, Mr. Parthasarathy, this Babbar Khalsa link, and why is the ISI trying to use the groups in Punjab so actively now?
Look, I know my friend Rafiq Qureshi will deny that there is any such links, but let me tell him that both the major Babbar Khalsa terrorists, Paramjit Singh and Wadhwa Singh, have been seen by my officials operating out of the Dera Sahib Gurdwara in Lahore. They have been seen inciting Sikh pilgrims with Khalistan slogans and so on. So there is no denying, despite what anything our friends from Pakistan may say, their presence. I am talking of eyewitness, my own eyewitness evidence and what my officials have seen. So Babbar Khalsa is there. Now Babbar Khalsa, really the last major thing they did was the assassination of Chief Minister Beyant Singh in the 1990s. Since then they have been dormant. Now for a long time the ISI put the Babbar Khalsa together with the Hizbul Mujahideen in Jammu and Kashmir. But as you know, there are hardly any people now willing to do the ISI's bidding in Jammu and Kashmir. So they have been replaced by the Lashkar-e-Taiba and by the basically the Punjabi terrorists from Pakistan. So that nexus has been built, it exists. And from what I have seen over the last few 2 months, I think really, there have been increasing reports about this activity and it's obviously being revived. Now, your question as to whether we should get very excited about this, I must tell you that the security situation is much better managed in Jammu and Kashmir. Kashmiris are getting even less and less involved. They are largely Punjabis and there is pretty strong security. This has been detected, we have to be careful. With regard to dealing with Pakistan, yes, I have always maintained that, and I am willing to say this to General Qureshi, that when President Musharraf assured us he will not allow Pakistani territory to be used for terrorism, he largely fulfilled that assurance between 2003 and 2007. Therefore, we agreed to what was called the composite dialogue process. Government of India had subsequently, and I blame the present government for that, made a very serious mistake in going back to that composite dialogue, because the assurances which President Musharraf gave us, and as I said, by and large kept between 2003 and 2007, are not being fulfilled. So yes, I think that dialogue process should not be continued. We should have a terrorism focused dialogue. The other point I wish to make, Arunabh, is we have a much more sympathetic international community. After Osama bin Laden was found in Abbottabad, right next to the army's backyard, nobody believes anything with Pakistan.
No, what is this?
The Pakistani said that Osama bin Laden was not in Pakistan.
Yes.
So
but let me come back to this particular case.
And therefore we have to take this up with the international community.
Let me come back to this particular case. Rashid Qureshi, please explain this to me. Your country today, and especially your ISI and the country, there's a global focus on you as a sponsor of terror, your links with terror groups. There is, as a result of some of your activities, many of your activities, in fact, there is a squeeze on your funds. I don't understand the logic behind trying to give patronage to people like the Babbar Khalsa International Chief Paramjit Singh Raj and putting pressure on them to carry out spectacular attacks in India. Because this is very concrete intelligence information we have with us. This information is so concrete that much of it went into busting that car. If there had been an attack in Delhi using the RDX that was seized in Ambala, is Pakistan not worried of the consequences?
Now you've answered your own question, frankly. I would like to request you to just sit back a little coolly and try to understand whether this is a possibility or not. You're saying that the ISI is busy in fomenting trouble between India and Pakistan. Now, sir, like your intelligence agency, the Pakistani intelligence agency listens to what the government wants done. If the government wants peace between India and Pakistan,
No.
which is evident from the fact that our foreign minister has just disclosed yesterday that Pakistan is about to give most favored nation.
So that's a separate track. That's a
no, hold
separate
on.
track.
No,
My
it's not a
question
separate
is,
track.
my
No,
question
sir.
is, do you
No, sir. No, sir.
do you
No, sir.
believe, sir, that
You-
that you can provide quiet patronage to groups like the Babbar Khalsa? You know, they are being holed up. They
It
are
is
being
not
patronized.
possible.
I am told they live in 5-star comfort in ISI messes in Rawalpindi and Lahore, and you know it as much as I do. This car was found in Ambala. It would Babbar Khalsa
Sir,
was
there is
operating as a
no-
conduit for this car, taking the RDX to Delhi. If there had
No,
been
no, no,
serial
no, no.
blasts
So
in
you-
Delhi,
Now-
would you not face the consequences in Pakistan?
Now you've got to understand this also. We also understand what Pakistan is facing today. Day before yesterday, it was discovered that there's a huge plot to use missiles to target the Pakistani National Assembly, Parliament House,
Sir,
the
you're-
presidency,
you're avoid-
the Prime Minister's house,
Sir, I'm
the
talking-
ISI.
Sir, I'm
now,
I'm talking about something that happened 12 hours
Are
back.
you trying to say?
I'm talking about something
I'm
that
talking
happened 12
about-
hours back. 5 kilos of RDX
I'm
that
also
would have
talking
been
about-
set off could have led to some of the most ghastly attacks had this RDX and detonators
understand.
reached Delhi. I
Look,
have the intelligence
look, you
information
just-
with me, so I can read it out to you.
No, hold on. Now, you've presented a case, that's what I've heard now, and you say that you have evidence to back it up. Now, that's a paper that you will read sitting in Delhi.
Sir, this-
Now, frankly, when I sit here and I see what is happening in Pakistan, there is no way that the Pakistan government is trying to improve relations with India and yet telling its own agency that create explosions there. Pakistan is facing the worst terrorist threat ever in Pakistan's
So, which
history, which
makes me wonder. Which again makes me wonder. Let me
Yeah.
get Sushant Sareen in. Which makes me wonder why the ISI would not rethink its own terror strategy, Sushant.
it's not doing it. What you're asking, what you're labeling it with.
There's too much evidence to
Arnab,
believe you, sir.
first
There's
I
too much
must-
evidence available for me to take what
Arnab,
you're saying
I
at face
must-
value. Sushant.
Arnab, I must say that I find General Qureshi's assertion that the ISI follows the orders of the elected government, I find it rather amusing. And I'm sure he finds it amusing too. He's probably just trying to control his laughter. Having said that,
No, I'm not.
the point is, I'll take you back to the early 80s when terrorism in Punjab was at its peak, and you had General Ziaul Haq, who was obsequiousness personified when he was dealing with India, always trying to show that he's trying to improve relations, and all the time stabbing us in the back in Punjab, and all the time plotting for the insurgency which ultimately started in Kashmir. We see something of a similar double game now, that at one level you have the government of Pakistan, the civilian face of the government, talking in terms of most favored nation, building trust and confidence and what have you. At the same time, Mr. Parthasarathi mentioned about what happens with the links between LET and Babbar Khalsa and the other Sikh terror groups. Now, let me tell you something, that I don't know what happens behind the scenes covertly, but very, very openly in public seminars which are organized by the government of Punjab in Pakistan, by authorities in Pakistan. There are anti-India seminars which are organized every time 6 Jattas go. There is a consistent effort to try and incite violence, to incite these people to take to terrorism. So much so that right from the early 2001-2002, a friend in Pakistan told me that they were trying to revive the ISI and other others were trying to revive Sikh militancy. Unfortunately, they were not able to find many takers in Punjab. Perhaps now, with this growing compact between India and Afghanistan, perhaps they've become more desperate. There could be another angle to it, which is that every time there is this show of some kind of an improvement or some kind of a normalization between India and Pakistan, you invariably see some spectacular attack. I believe that's the word which in the intelligence report which
Yes,
you possess.
spectacular.
A spectacular
Yes.
attack take place in India, which actually pushes you back a couple of steps. So it's very difficult to, we are in the realm of speculation, but past experience and past evidence and past history suggests that something similar might be happening now. The only saving grace is that while we might have saved this one attack, what one fears is whether this might not be a diversion and that you might have stopped this. Is there something else which has slipped through? And that is the worrying part.
No, but this
kudos
was
to the Indian intelligence agencies for having foiled this one.
This was just nipped in the bud. In fact, it is such a major story today. It was just nipped in the bud because at the first check on this vehicle, the police had given it, for some bizarre reason, it had given the vehicle a green signal. It was only when further sleuths came in that they discovered there were 5 kilograms of RDX and a car packed with detonators. That was found at the last minute.
Okay.
To Professor Dr. Professor Jafar Jaspal, my question to you is, sir, on a broader level. On a broader level, these links are now very well known. These links between the ISI and the Babar Khalsa, for example, the links between ISI
can I
and
intervene
Dawood
right here?
Ibrahim and Chota Shakil are well known. Do you think, Professor Jaspal, that the ISI can be reined in by the government of Pakistan given the sensitivity of the situation right now? Do you think something can be done still about the ISI, or is it out of control?
No, I think that it's a wrong conclusion which you have been drawing there. Of course, ISI is a government agency. Certainly, it is under the control of the government. Now, the point is that what you are identifying the links, as my colleagues from India, they were trying to give authentic reports, authentic linkages. I think we have to move ahead out of it. Instead of just looking history, blaming each other, then I have a long list of this, that what happened in Mastung, what happened in Quetta in the last week. So I'm not here to say these kind of the things.
No,
I'm more
Professor
looking
Jaspal, my
towards a
question
different
is,
thing. Our
Professor
Interior
Jaspal,
Minister.
Professor Jaspal, my question is...
Let me answer your question. That's the problem. If you have invited me, give me a space to speak.
Sure. I just want to add on one small addition and then I'll come. Professor Jaspal, my question is, do you think the ISI listens to the government of Pakistan? Because if they listen to the government of Pakistan...
Why not? Why not?
They didn't tell the government of Pakistan
Why
about
not?
Osama.
Oh my God.
No, indeed, they listened to the government, and ISI was not aware. And if you would go to the history, before the Osama's, you can say, elimination, the actionable information was shared by the ISI with the CIA, and then they went for individually.
Absolutely.
So you have to go to the back to the entire problem. So we have to be very careful that simply alleging the Pakistan, I think it's not a solution. In India, there are hundreds of the groups which are operative. In Pakistan, there are a number of the groups. They have interlinkages. We have to work as a both nation, as a mature nation, to control them.
Yes.
And for controlling, it's not possible that my friends sitting in India and simply saying, oh, I have seen this, oh, I have did this. That if I start saying that, okay, I see this person in Delhi, I think this not make a sense.
No.
We have to focus on a practical, actionable things and to get rid of this entire problem.
Sir, it is actionable. It is so detailed. I can share all details with you. There was in a remote village.
Yeah, I'm sharing you details on, let's say,
ISI trained a bunch of ISI trained
my friend, if I start sharing details with you, then you will start saying that, okay, all these are wrong.
No,
so I'm not interested in details. I'm interested that what happened, that is a wrong thing,
sir,
but
I'm
we have
asking
to think
Professor
out
Jaspal,
of it. Simply saying that simply, yes.
This is brinkmanship, Professor Jaspal. Brinkmanship.
No, this is not a brinkmanship.
When you provide,
if you answer me, if you give me a time, I can give you very simple.
No, but allow me to tell you why I think it is.
Is it in the interest of Pakistan? No, it is not in the interest of Pakistan that any major or sort of a terrorist act or any minor or big terrorist act could take place in Delhi or any part of the India, because we are ourselves in the terrorist situation. We are facing a lot. We know what are the sensitivities. So it's not in our interest. Why we do?
Then why? Exactly. In that case, why are you giving patronage to the Babar Khalsa top bosses sitting in Rawalpindi and Lahore? Why are you patronizing Dawood Ibrahim?
No, come on, my friend.
Yes.
Come on, my friend. This is nothing. You can make this explosive with the urea, mixing nitrogen, and in Punjab there's a lot of urea, a lot of nitrogen. Any trade
Oh,
group
sir,
can
this
make
is-
a lot
sir,
of
this is-
explosives of
this
it,
is
and then you
not
start
RDS.
saying. So please become a
Sir, this is
realistic
brinkmanship.
and don't make it
Not-
just like.
All I'm
Yes.
saying today is that
No, this is not a brinksmanship.
Professor
it's a very clear
Jaspal,
thing.
the links after Osama are exposed to the world. I don't know if the ISI thinks it can play the double game again.